Welcome to episode 3 of our DIY bathroom renovation.
We've been cracking on so far. We've got lots done in the past 2 videos, so do check them out. But in this one, we're hoping to do a fair amount under the floor with all the pipe work. Now we are doing all of this ourselves, DIY, and we're trying to do it for around £2,000. And if you've done a bathroom reno before, you'll know that that is hard to do.
It's hard to do, it is ambitious. We're going to do it as close as we can, and that also includes interior.
Yeah, most of that is on labour, hence a DIY, at around £250 a day. Everything we do, we save money basically.
Yep.
We've already done a lot so far, so we can crack on.
This is Bogdan, the man, the myth, the legend. He worked on our house for 3 months and completed 2 bathrooms for us in that time. So we are very much in capable hands when it comes to learning from the best. Luckily, we have a good relationship and Bogdan does all the complex bits, like plumbing, and he allows us to do a lot of the manual work, which often takes the most time. To be honest, it is the ideal scenario. So here he is starting on the radiator pipe work. The old brackets have been removed from the wall and we are chasing out the plasterboard as the new pipework for the radiator is coming from the wall, not the floor. We love how much of a clean look this gives when tiling. This wall is the original house wall. We are standing in an extension that was done before we took this house on. This means we have plenty of wall to work with, so out came the SDS drill to remove a layer of pebble dash and some old brickwork to make way for the pipes. Then we start getting all the pipework ready. It's a very fiddly job and there isn't much space under the wall plate and amongst the joists. As Bogdan has done time and time again, he cracks on and gets the pipework set in place. To make sure everything is level, here comes the laser. A batten is then screwed in place and the pipework is attached. However, this is temporary and make sure the pipes are exactly where we need them to be. Next on the ever-growing list of things to do was to chase the brickwork for the shower pipework. We are changing where they are located, so this is a necessary job and also one of those jobs Jordan can do to save a little time and money. Winner. Again, Jordan is tidying as he goes, literally a never-ending job, but much nicer working in a clean workspace. Back over to Bogdan, and next on the list is to add the pipework in for the hot and cold shower feeds. To do this, we simply run the cold and hot feeds from their old location to their new location. Sounds straightforward, right? There were lots of bends and joins in the existing copper pipework, so we did our best to remove them where possible. It's also not the easiest of access. The pipework was done before the kitchen was installed, which is on the other side of the wall, but now there is only access from the bathroom side. The pipework is something we are happy to pay Bogdan to do because of its complexity and importance. Although I'm sure Jordan would love to buy a blowtorch and give it a go. A batten is screwed into the wall using a laser level to ensure that the pipes are in the perfect position. Then all the chased brickwork is filled with expanding foam. This will later be filled with adhesive when the wall is prepped for tiling. How exciting! To fill the chased brickwork for the radiator pipework, we are using bonding coat. This will later have a final fill with a fine wall filler. Jordan is starting the subfloor, but to do this, we just need to cap off the copper pipes sticking out of the floor for the toilet feed. Not a step to be missed. Then off to Wicks to pick up some 22mm tongue and groove flooring to match the existing subfloor. These are 2.4 metre lengths, so Jordan cuts them at the shop so he can get them into the car. The first board was cut and put into place, however it was like a seesaw. One of the joists was too high, causing the board to be way out of level. To rectify this, Jordan used a planer to reduce the length of the highest joist gradually until it was level. Luckily, it was the only one that was high, so after a few passes, we were looking good. Then it's rinse repeat on these tug and groove boards, measuring and cutting each one individually to ensure a good fit. Jordan tells me he'll buy a plunge saw to make these cuts easier, but he's been saying that for years, to be honest. With the mould exposed, another round of mould remover was used to try and remove as much as possible.
So how is everything looking and feeling, babe, so far?
It is feeling really good. Not gonna lie, just happy the mould the bulk of the mould is gone.
It was bad, wasn't it?
It was really bad, guys. So feeling good about that. And to be honest, I'm seeing the vision. Slowly but surely seeing the vision. Time to finish the pipework under the floor, starting with the shower waste. To do this, we brought in the shower tray so we can mark on the floor where to cut the waste hole. Then using a jigsaw, the hole for the shower waste can be cut. This is a really tricky job because we are working with the old pipe connection to the main waste pipe. This is a different height and angle to the location of the new shower tray waste. A quick jump over to the toilet work, and Bogdan began setting up the concealed cistern. This is so we can make sure the pipe that we run to the toilet is in the good location for the inlet on the system. We turn the water off to the house, then remove the existing pipework back to the closest join and added in the new 15mm pipework. This was routed up by the soil stack, which will be hidden by the box and in. Over to the vanity unit, and we managed to grab a bargain on Facebook Marketplace with a basin and sink for just £85. Absolute steal considering the look that we are going for. This purchase has saved us hundreds because for some reason basins are ridiculously expensive these days, which Jordan just simply refuses to pay the prices. They are extortionate. Anyway, with the basin, we now know where the pipes need to be, so we make a start on the hot and cold feeds. These are raised up, so we won't have tailpipes attached to tailpipes. Also, the waste was centralised in the remaining space. We could have just kept the same, used extended flexi pipes and angled pipework, but we want to do this right and do it once, so they were all moved. Back over to the shower tray, which is arguably the most complex because of access and angles. To get the right angle, some more of the 22mm tongue and groove was cut away. Then Jordan played with straight cupolas and 135-degree connectors until we lined up correctly with the waste on the shower. Previously, they had used a flexible pipe, but again, that's not a proper job, which is why we've gone to these lengths to change it over. With lots of fiddling and tinkering, the shower waste is in place and we can move on to the next step. Jordan is chatting away here, trying to learn as much as possible and asking about the next DIY steps. Thankfully, Bogdan is happy to assist.
We've chased the pipework for the radiator into the wall. The floor is going to be tiled so we don't have to cut any of the tiles around the pipes. We've changed how big the shower is, which means this space here where the vanity is also changed. So this pipework wasn't central, so we've moved it all across and now it is central. Previously the shower pipes were here. We've moved them to here because this is the shortest side of the shower. The shower waste is in. It was a real pain because we were coming off the existing pipework, but it is in and sorted now. This white pipe is a water supply for the toilet. This is all going to be boxed in, so we just brought it through so it's ready to connect to the system. So what do you think of all the new pipework, babe?
I think it's fantastic.
Fantastic.
I think fantastic. I think it was very needed, especially centralising the pipes with the wall that's not going to be tiled.
Yeah, so that's all good there. What about all the shower? Now that's all done, all the pipe work?
Top tier.
Top tier.
Delicious.
We've got the toilet water supply in the right place.
And that's what matters.
The radiator pipes coming out the wall.
Legendary. Looking forward to the next video because you're well and truly going to start building up and see where we get to.